Nico Dwyer here for the 10th inning, giving you another episode of This Day in Sports History. In yesterday's episode, we saw the New England Patriots cap off a perfect regular season 16-0 in 2007. We don't have anything quite like that today, but we do have some NHL to talk about, we have a myth of baseball to talk about, and we have some tennis to get into. So if y'all enjoy this video, leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. This Day in Sports History. And we will start out today in 1907 with that myth in Major League Baseball. And the Mills Commission on the Origin of Baseball reports that the game was invented by Abner Doubleday in Cooperstown, New York in 1839. The commission would be convinced by the testimony of Abner Graves, who claimed to be a childhood companion of Doubleday's. Graves' story is later, quote, verified when an old rotting ball is found among his personal effects. They decided to believe that over the fact that Doubleday did not even graduate from West Point until 1842, but whatever floats your boat. 1 year later in 1908, we go to hockey, and at the Stanley Cup, the Montreal Wanderers would outscore Edmonton in a two-game challenge series 13-10 to take home the Stanley Cup. Moves to the NHL now in 1934, and the New York Rangers and the Boston Bruins would battle it out to a 0-0 tie. And this would start the first of a 37-game overtime undefeated streak for the Bruins, the longest in NHL history. Get into the NFL now in 1956, and the New York Giants would defeat the Chicago Bears 47-7, and this would be the Giants' fourth NFL title. 6 years later, remain with the NFL championship, and the Green Bay Packers would defeat the New York Giants 16-7. Stay in the NFL, move to 1973, we have the AFC and the NFC championship. Starting the AFC, the Miami Dolphins would defeat the Oakland Raiders 27-10. Ironically enough, we would have the same score in the NFC as the Minnesota Vikings would defeat the Dallas Cowboys 27-10. 2 years later, move to the international world of football, and we have our first Ballon d'Or of the day when Dynamo Kiev forward Oleg Blokhin would win the award ahead of former winners Bayern Munich defender Franz Beckenbauer and Ajax forward Johan Cruyff. 2 years later, moved to the Australian Open in 1977 on the women's side, and in the second Australian Open of 1977, Yvonne Goolagong would win her sixth career Grand Slam of 7 overall, defeating Helen Gourlay 6-3, 6-0 in straight sets. Back to the Ballon d'Or in 1980, and Bayern Munich forward Karl-Heinz Rummenigge would win the award, ahead of Barcelona forward Bernd Schuster and Saint Etienne midfielder Michel Platini. 1 year later in the NHL in 1981, Wayne Gretzky would end up scoring 5 goals and assists in Edmonton's 7-5 victory over Philadelphia. This would give Wayne Gretzky his 50th goal in the season in only 39 games, the fastest 50-50 in NHL history. Our final Ballon d'Or of the day in 1986, we have Dynamo Kiev's forward Igor Belanov would win the award, ahead of Barcelona's Gary Lineker and Real Madrid forward Emilio Butragueño. Get into some college football action now in 2016 at the 83rd edition of the Orange Bowl. Number 10 Florida State would defeat number 6 Michigan by a score of 33-32. Stay with the Orange Bowl, this time in 2017, and number 6 Wisconsin would defeat number 11 Miami of Florida 34-24. From college football, we go to the NFL in 2018, and Patrick Mahomes would become only the second quarterback in NFL history to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns in one season. This would occur in a Kansas City Chiefs 35-3 victory over the Oakland Raiders, and both of these marks would be achieved after a third quarter 89-yard touchdown pass to Demarcus Robinson. And we will end today's video off in 2019 in college football at the Orange Bowl. Number 6 Florida would defeat number 24 Virginia by a score of 36-28. So there you have it. That's what happened on this day in sports history. If I left anything out, I do apologize, but I'll see everybody tomorrow. For Nico Dwyer and the 10th inning.